you ever find it hard to pick out your right foundation color? Troy, Makeup Forever has done a study on this and actually went out there and asked women, it's called Foundation Nation, if they have a tough time finding their foundation. What did they discover?
Well, 73% of women have a challenge of finding the right foundation.
Yeah.
And it's usually finding the right formula and the right shade, and then also how to apply it.
Yeah, it is very tough. So we thought we would talk a little bit about how to do it properly,
right,
what you need to be looking for based on what your skin complexion is.
Right.
So we have lovely models here.
Yes, this is Ida.
Yeah.
And you know, the three issues are your formula, your shade, and application. So to determine the formula, you want to first sort of assess what is your skin type. Do you have oily skin? And darker skin tones tend to be a lot oilier than fair complexion skin. So it's really important. Now, Ida has beautiful skin.
That's perfect.
But her concerns are that she gets oily throughout the day. So she wants a foundation that's going to balance her skin so that she doesn't have to touch it up, she doesn't have to layer on the powder, and that's sort of when the foundation gets really cakey and dull looking, when you have to keep piling on the powder.
Right.
So finding the right formula is very important.
Okay, do you have a palette you want to show?
I do.
for
I'm going to
Ada?
show you three different, we're going to jump into color matching.
Yeah.
So the best way to choose the right color or shade is to test it on this area of the face. And so I'm going to use a little brush, and what you want to do is put a little...
I'm just going to turn you around a little bit and then you can see, because a lot of us are told go out there and use your forearm, the inner skin on your forearm, which doesn't look anything like your face.
Right.
It doesn't, it's way lighter. So what you need to do is actually put it on that, like on your jawline
Exactly.
there, to see if you've got a match.
Exactly.
So you've got three
So there's
different
three,
color.
obviously you can see that the darker tone matches a lot better, and
Right.
it blends into her skin.
So do we actually need to do this when we go to the cosmetic counter?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I usually I choose the shades for my celebrity clients,
For
but
sure.
you know, but if you don't have an expert to help you find the right shade,
Yeah.
it's best to find one or two shades. I mean, obviously we have a light, medium, and dark, but it's good to have a couple of shades just to see sort of what the right match is.
Right.
And also I recommend to my clients to have more than one shade, because we're getting colder in the winter.
Yes.
Your face is going to get a little paler, but you know, not necessarily do you have to go pale with your foundation, but you might want to mix it a little bit down with your warmer foundation. Just cool it down a little bit. I mean, my clients like to look tan all year round.
Who wouldn't?
I mean, I live in California, so
yeah.
you know.
Ida, thank you. Let's move on down to Priya now.
Yes.
So if you have the complexion that Priya has now, what might her concerns be about her coloring?
Now with Priya, a lot of my clients don't necessarily want to color match, but they might want to like enhance their complexion. They might want to warm it up a little bit. They might want to give a little bit of a sort of a warmth or a sunny glow. And Priya has very olive skin tone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a mess after all this.
I know, but that's okay, because you're an artiste.
Exactly. I have makeup all over me. So that's why, you know. So as you can see,
you've got one shade there, and that would be the dark, and then you've got the medium shade in the middle there, and the light. And I guess what some people find is that it's going to be some combination of a mix. So if you can't find the exact shade, you might have to mix a bit of the dark, a bit of the light together and find your perfect.
And with Priya, we did mix a little bit, but I like her skin a little bit warmer. So as you can see on this side, it's a little bit warmer than her natural skin, but it sort of like, it gave her a real sort of like healthy glow.
So you can see on camera right now, if we can get a close-up of her face again, she's got one side that has been done, and you can see that. It's just flawless. It's beautiful and smooth. And this side is the side where we're trying to color match. So on this side, did you use a combination of these two colors, Troy?
I actually did. I used a little bit of the dark and a little bit of the medium shade, just to, again, to sort of warm up her complexion.
Yeah.
I wasn't really trying to match her skin tone. I was just trying to warm it up a bit.
Yeah, give her a bit of a glow. You've done J-Lo. You know about the glow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Priya. Okay, over to Lindsay now.
This is Lindsay. And so with Lindsay, you know, with fair complexion, you know, you're more likely to have issues like redness or blemishes that are going to, we want to hide and we want to be perfect. I have dark makeup all over me. But I'm going to show you just, again, we did our color matching, but I'm just going to show you how
you came to the color that you've got with her?
Exactly.
Okay. So we've got one side of Lindsay done again, and listen, you still look good on both sides, I promise. You just look a little bit better on this side, that's all.
And it's very important to have the right tools too. It's very important to have the right brushes. And many women like to use their fingers.
Yeah.
And then they ask me, why can't I get a flawless foundation like Jennifer Lopez or Kim Kardashian? And a lot of it, the trick is in the tools, the brushes and the sponges.
Right.
So I'll use a foundation brush or a concealer brush around the eyes and around the mouth area with the concealer and with highlighter. And then I'll use a medium-sized foundation brush for liquid and cream foundation.
Yeah, very interesting. So part of that study that Makeup Forever did show that most people aren't using brushes, and you won't meet a celebrity stylist that doesn't use a brush. So obviously your tools are really important. But be honest with me, how long does it take to do a J-Lo face? Like, is that 3 hours in the makeup chair?
No.
Is it 2 hours in the makeup chair?
You know, it's like an hour for hair, an hour for makeup.
So do you ever do them both together?
Sometimes we have to, yeah.
'Cause
Sometimes, yeah.
They got a lot going
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just an hour, huh? I've always made the excuse, well, if I had 3 hours, I would look like J-Lo too. But I guess not. Okay, you look beautiful. That's a really good lesson for all of us there. You got to be really good about going in and putting that makeup on.